We won't be doing that today. Maybe Tuesday. All right, guys, let's get started in child's pose today. We set you up a mat right there. That's your spot. It's okay. If resting your forehead down on your mat in this position is uncomfortable, you could sit a block on your mat and rest your head on your block. I want to encourage you today to use your blocks as you feel necessary. The blocks bring the floor up a little closer to you, and they're going to come in very handy sometimes. And let's begin to take some nice deep breaths. And just let your breath be nice and slow and deep. I'll be cueing you to inhale with certain movements and exhale with certain movements today as we use our breath and connect the breath with movement. Now lift your head up and off your mat. And let's walk the hands over and off the right side of your mat. Maybe stack the left hand right on top of the right, and then lower your head back down. And we'll walk the hands back to center. And then let's walk them off the left side, stacking your right hand on top of your left. Bring your head back down between your biceps. Walk back to center. And then walk your fingers up toward the top of your mat, extending your arms and reaching out just a little bit further. Now thread your right hand underneath your left arm. palm up and slide it out. Set the right shoulder down. Lay your head down. Reach that left arm out long and reach the fingers way up toward the top of your mat. Bring the right hand back out next to the left. And same thing, we'll thread the left under the right. Set the left shoulder down. Reach the right arm long. And bring your left hand back out. One more time, walk the fingers way up toward the top of the mat. And begin to walk your hands in toward your knees. We'll come up onto hands and knees, centering your shoulders up over your wrists. We'll center the hips over the knees. On your next inhale, drop your belly, let your tailbone lift, and look forward. And exhale, round your spine way up tall, tuck your chin, press through your hands. Inhale to open back up, look forward. Let your belly drop down toward the mat. Exhale, round your spine. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Press up through your hands, lift up out of your shoulders. Exhale. Settle back to a neutral spine. Now let's set the right toes at the back of the mat. Lift the right leg up and then reach that left hand straight out in front. Turn your gaze down to your mat, level out your hips here, pull the belly button up toward your spine. One more breath. Set everything down. Take the left toes to the back of the mat, lift the left leg, and reach the right hand straight out. And again, let's pull the belly button up. Level out your hips and put your gaze right down on your mat. Then set everything down. Now lift the right sole of the foot up to face the ceiling. Lift and press the foot up just a little taller and lower down, very small movement. Inhale to press up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale. One more time, press and lift the knee. Exhale all the way down. Lift the left foot up, knee bent about 90 degrees. Press the sole of the foot up and lower down. Press up and lower down. Yes. Press up, lower down. One more time, press and lift. And bring the knee all the way down. Take a little rock side to side. We'll turn the toes down toward the mat. And then press through your hands and your feet. Lift the hips up and press back. We'll lift the hips up as high as you're able. Downward facing dog. So if you could see yourself from the side in downward facing dog, you would want to be an upside down V. So a somewhat straight line from your hips down to your heels, and then a straight line from your hips down to your wrists. Press your chest back a little bit toward your knees. Let your head come right between your biceps. Then look up between your thumbs. Come high up on your toes, tippy toes, and take several little tippy toe steps all the way up on your toes toward your wrists. As close as you can get. Stay on your toes just a moment. And set those heels down. Place your hands on your shins. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Exhale to fold back in, hinging right at your hips. Inhale, circle the hands all the way up overhead, stand tall. And exhale, hands right down to your heart. Inhale, circle up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up, long spine. Exhale, plant the hands, bend the knees, and step the feet to the back of the mat. Plank pose. So this is different than downward facing dog. You kind of want to be in a straight line from shoulders to heels. Now, if it's more comfortable, you can drop your knees down to the mat here. Take a breath in. Bend the elbows and lower all the way down, letting the elbows stay in close to your ribs. Turn the tops of the feet down. Keep your hands right up underneath your shoulders. Inhale as you lift just your upper body. Roll the shoulders down and back. Exhale down. Let's push back up to hands and knees. And back to downward facing dog. You'll probably have a much easier time if you get barefooted on the mat. Yeah. Take a couple of breaths there. Hey, Kim, let's turn this over so it doesn't roll on you. Is that okay? I saw you struggling. There now, that'll be better. All right, inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, take a couple of steps to the top of the mat, bringing your feet right up close to your hands. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. And exhale, fold forward. Stand all the way up and circle your hands high. Exhale, hands to your heart. So we'll do that little sequence right through 2 more times. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step to plank. And lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, lift just your upper body, elbows tuck in close. Exhale. Hands and knees. And downward facing dog. Breathe in, bend the knees. Breathe out as you step to the top of the mat. Bring your feet way up close to your hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Roll up, reach up. Hands to your heart. One more time through, just like that. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step to plank. Lower to the mat. Inhale, this is called cobra pose. Roll those shoulders back. Exhale. Hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now bend your knees, sit your hips way back. Center your knees up over the tops of your feet here. So we're sitting the hips way on back. And then sweep your hands up. So this is called chair pose, and because it's like we're just about to sit in a chair back there. So look down at your toes. You should see all 10 toes. If your knees obscure the view of your toes, sit your hips back just a little bit more. Now, as you exhale, let's sweep the right hand back. Inhale around and up. Exhale, left hand back. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Everyone says, yay, that was a long chair pose. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step to plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Now look between the thumbs. Walk or step to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Roll all the way up, reach up. Now let's fold right back in on the exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Changing it up this time, plant your fingertips and step the right foot way back to the back of the mat. So we want a whole lot of space between the feet here. We're in a low runner's lunge. Tuck that left knee in close to your left arm. Left toes face forward. And let's spin the right heel down and back. Now push down through your left foot and we'll lift up. So let's set the feet up first before we add the arms. We want this left knee to be centered up over the left ankle. Nice bend in the left knee. And then your right pinky toe is down and back. All right, fabulous. Let's reach both arms up and overhead. Turning hips and shoulders to face the front of the mat with as much accessibility as you have. There's a lot going on in the hips in this pose. Listen to your body. Don't push or force. This is called Warrior One. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, we'll bring both hands all the way down, frame your left foot and turn that right heel up. Step the right foot back up to the left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Now let's do all of that on the other side. Plant your fingertips, step the left foot back. Come into that low runner's lunge here, right knee's tucked right in close to your right arm. For right now, your left heel is lifted in back as we kind of lengthen for a few moments. Now we'll turn that left heel down. Press down through your right foot and lift up. First one on this side, so let's organize here. Right toes face forward, nice bend in the right knee. Left leg is powered up, and then reach both hands up in front. Turning toward the top of the mat. Warrior One. Take a nice big breath. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Reach a little bit higher. Exhale, lower down, spin the left heel up as your fingers touch the mat. Let's step back to plank. Bend your elbows and lower down. Inhale, press and lift. A little bit of a back bend. Exhale. Inhale to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. All right, guys, you're doing great. I'm going to add on to that little sequence with Warrior One. Changing it up just a little bit. Take an inhale right here. Exhale, walk or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. dropping your chest in toward your thighs. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant those fingertips, step the right foot back, spin the heel down. Lift up and reach up, warrior one. So we've been here before. All right, here's where we'll change it up just a little bit. Take your hands back behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Now you may have, your hands may be this way with wrist open or this way, depending on your shoulder flexibility. So just do what works. Nice bend in the left knee. Now as you inhale, press those knuckles down toward the mat. Grow those collarbones really long and look up. Resist the temptation to straighten the left knee here. On your next exhale, begin to hinge right at your hip. Keep your spine long and lean forward just a little. We're not going over too far this time. On your inhale, release the fingers, reach back up overhead, warrior one. Exhale, lower down, spin the right heel up. Step the right foot up to the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Plant those fingertips down and step the left foot back, spin the heel down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, all the way up, warrior one. Nice bend in that right knee. So we sit the hips a little bit low and we reach the hands a little bit high. Big breath in. Interlace the fingers behind your low back. As you inhale, press those knuckles down, grow the collarbones long and look up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lean forward just a little this time. We're going to try to go in a little bit deeper next time if we want to. It's always an option. All right, inhale, lift back up, reach up. Exhale, hands down, left heel turns up, step to plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Hands and knees. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to notice what your hips feel like after we've done a few warrior ones. Maybe feeling a little more flexible, a little opened up through your hips. So let's repeat this sequence again. We'll change it up a little bit more this time. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Take your time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop down in close. Inhale, roll up, reach up. And exhale, fold right back in. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step the right foot back, spin the heel down. Inhale, warrior one, reach up. Exhale, hands behind your low back. Same thing. Inhale, look up, long collarbones, press the knuckles down. Exhale, lean forward. Now, if you want to, you can stop about halfway down. If you want to go on in and take those hands way up, away from your low back, tuck the left shoulder way in toward the knee, it's just an option. You can do that if you want. It's called humble warrior. Inhale, release the fingers, reach up overhead. Let's add a pose. Exhale to warrior two. Don't move your feet. Just open the left arm forward, right arm back. You guys look great. Sit a little bit low, bending into the left knee. Lift up out of your waist. Now inhale, lift up, straighten the left leg. Exhale, sit back down low. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, gaze. Your gaze goes right down your left hand. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel all the way down, spinning that right heel up. Step the right foot up to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, step the left foot back. Spin the heel down. Rise up and reach up, warrior one. Great. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lean in to your own degree, a little bit or a lot of it, whichever one you want to do there. As you inhale, release the fingers, reach up overhead. And we'll add in our warrior two right here, just spinning a little bit in the hips. Right hand forward, left hand back, and look right down the length of your right hand. Sit a little bit low, bending into the right knee. As you inhale, reach up, straighten the right leg. Exhale, sit back down. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Big cartwheel down. Spin the left heel up just as you come down. So we're back to runner's lunge. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Lower down to your belly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back down. Hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths. We're going to take this flow through just like that one more time, but we're going to speed it up. Nothing too crazy. Just going to flow with our breath this time. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Reach all the way up, circle up, and fold all the way back in on the exhale. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right foot to the back of the mat, spin the heel down. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, hands behind. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, right back up, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, sit back down. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. All the way down. Right foot up to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, left foot back. Spin that heel down. Inhale, reach overhead, warrior one. Interlace. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, back up, reach up. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale down. And up. And down. One more, inhale. Exhale. One breath here. Cartwheel down. Inhale to plank. Step the right foot back. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Nice big breath here. Make your way to the top of the mat, both feet. I'm going to change it up a little bit this time. Inhale. Exhale. Stand all the way up, reach overhead. Fold right back in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step the right foot back, spin the heel down. Now this time we're going to reach that right hand forward and cartwheel up this time to warrior two, right where we were. Nice bend in that left knee. Now take a look here. Let's make sure this left knee is centered up over your left heel or your ankle. Left toes face forward, left knee face forward. Now straighten the left leg. Reach forward, 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 forward. And then take the left hand down to your shin. Now, if you're feeling flexy or if you have done this, this is called Trikonasana or triangle pose. If you've done this before, you could put your hand down on the mat. You could also put a block inside your foot there and put your hand on a block. So both legs are somewhat straight. Right heel and pinky toe are down and back. Let's take this right hand way up. So we want to lengthen the spine here. Grow your spine long. Turn your heart, turn your gaze open to the right side of the room. This is so great for your hips and the hamstring in front, right? Now begin to bend into that left knee. Let's lift back up, warrior two. Take a breath here and bring both hands all the way down. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, step the left foot back, spin the heel down. Circle both hands up, start with your left, way up and around, warrior two. Now go ahead and sit down. Right knee bends, right toes forward. All right, you guys look good. Now straighten the right leg. Reach forward, forward, forward. If you're using a block, put that right inside your right foot. Put your hand down on the block or on your shin, or your hand can come down to the mat. Once you're there, right toes still face forward. Both legs are somewhat straight. Sweep that left hand high and turn your heart open to the left side of the room. Turn your gaze. Make your spine really long here. As if you were trying to reach the top of your head up to the mirror behind me. Long, steady breaths. Now bend into the right knee. Lift back up for warrior two. Take a breath. And lower all the way down. Step back to plank. Hold right here, drop your knees. Coming onto your hands and knees. Now, I think I put my blocks down there, so I won't have blocks to demonstrate with, but hold on just a second. Oh, thank you. I'll give them back in a minute if you want them. Now, let me tell you guys this. Back there on top, back in the back, we have a little stack of these little round black pads that you can put under your knees. We are going to be on our knees for a moment here. So if your knees are feeling sensitive today, grab some of those pads, put them right up under your knees so you can be comfortable. All right, so once you're all there with your pads under your knees, or without, whichever you prefer, let's go ahead and stand up onto your knees. Bring your knees about hip width apart. And here's where you might want blocks. Put the blocks back here on the outside of each ankle. And sit the block up on its high level this way. So we can make adjustments as we go. Now I'm going to turn to the side here. Has everybody got blocks? Okay. All right, so this is called camel. And it's a back bend. So listen to your body and modify as you need to and as you want to. So we're going to reach the hands back to these blocks. Rest your fingertips down. That's where your support is. And then press your hips kind of forward. And then like we were doing earlier, grow your collarbones long, lift your heart and look up toward the ceiling. Now, if the blocks seem too far away, put your hands on your low back and support yourself there. Look up that way. So I want you to find the version for this that works. All right, let's lower back down, sit back down. I'm going to do this 2 more times. So I want you to find the version that works. Everybody's body is different. Let's lift back up on your knees. Reach your hands back either to your back, support yourself there, maybe with your fists if you like, or reach back for your blocks. If you have a super flexible spine, you can reach back for your heels. So find what works. Then we press the hips a little forward. Lift your heart, spread and grow those collarbones long, look up. And pretend you're holding a grapefruit under your chin. So we're not really bending the neck way back. You've got just a little space between your chest and your chin. And let's sit back down. For those of you who are new, others have heard me say this many times. Our spine was created to move 6 ways. This is one of them. It's called extension of the spine. We want to make sure as we move through our life, our daily activities, that we're moving our spine in the ways that it was created to move. Otherwise, we begin to lose mobility over time. All right, let's do 1 more of these. Lift back up on your knees. Wherever you want your hands, on your low back, on your block, or down to your feet. There's a kind of a halfway point between the block and the heels. If you turn your heels up this way, you can reach for your heels. Press the hips forward. Grow your collarbones long, look up. Hold the grapefruit under your chin. 1 more breath. Now release and sit all the way down. Drop 1 hip down. Well, let's drop the right hip down. So your knees are kind of to the left. Reach your left hand out off your mat. And then take this right hand up and overhead. This is another way our spines are created to move, lateral side bends. We want to make sure we're doing this for a healthy spine. Now you can reach straight up here if that's good, if you're happy there, or you can reach way on over. As always, find the spot that's good for you. Now let's take this right hand down and then drop your hips over to the left. And we'll reach the right hand out. Take that left hand high, and you can stop right here and stay right here if you like. You can lean on over. Take your left hand back up and down. Swing the legs right on around in front. Did you end up wanting blocks? I'm sorry. Okay. Hold behind your knees and ease yourself all the way down, pulling your knees into your chest. Hold your shins. For those of you that this is your first time here, we have a few moments here at the end of class, last 15 minutes or so, where we lower the lights and just have some very nice long stretches. All right, let's leave the knees pulled in. Sorry. Drop your arms down beside you. Bend your elbows at a 90-degree angle. Let your knuckles maybe rest down. If that's not particularly comfortable, you can open your arms straight out to the sides. Either way is good. Remember when we were lengthening the collarbones earlier? Let's do that here. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees down over to the right. So we'll seek to keep the left shoulder down on the mat or close. This is another way your spine is created to move, twisting right and left. When we do a lot of working out with weights or running, walking, Zumba, some of the other classes, they're great cardio classes, and we should include those in our exercise program. But we can tighten up with those small repetitive movements. That's why these long opening poses in here are so good. Well, let's lift the knees back up to your chest. Adjust as necessary here. Bring your neck, your head, your spine in a long straight line. And then when you're ready, drop your knees down and over to the left. This time we're seeking to keep the right shoulder down on the mat or close. And while we're here still and quiet for a few moments, if this is your first time, you should feel good about yourself. Feel good about what you did today. It's good for your body, good for your spine, good for your joints. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Let's lift both knees back up. And bring your hands down to your belly. Place your palms down on your belly. Let your fingertips just touch. And then let's set the feet down behind your hips. Open the knees out to either side and let the soles of the feet come together. Well, let's bring our awareness back to our breath here. Your fingertips just touching as you rest your hands on your belly. As you inhale, let your belly expand and your fingertips come apart just a little. And as you exhale, lower back down, let your belly fall, fingertips touch. take some very slow, intentional breaths here. Deep belly breathing, letting your belly expand with the inhale. Exhale back down. And take a few more breaths just like that here. Take about 3 more breaths here, nice and slow, deep and full. Slowly bring your knees back together and cross your right ankle on your left thigh. Make a figure 4. And reach both hands behind your left leg. Pull everything in, pulling the left knee in, the right leg comes with. You can stay right here if this is good. If you'd like to go in a little deeper, take your hands underneath your right ankle and outer right knee. Pull that lower leg in a little closer to your chest and release the left leg out long, resting the heel down. Optional. Make this your own. If you would rather rest your foot on your thigh and pull in that way, that's fine too. Now, wherever you are in this particular hip opener, let's come back to that figure 4 with the right ankle on the left knee or thigh. Set the left foot down. Now open your arms straight out to the side. And we'll drop the left knee, right foot, still in the figure 4, down and over to the left. Keeping those collarbones long, arms spread open wide. Let's pull the knees back up and uncross. We'll cross the left ankle on the right thigh. Reach behind your left hamstring, pull everything in. Or if you took that deeper version on the other side, try that on this side, holding the outer left knee and ankle, pulling the lower leg in a little closer and releasing the right leg all the way out. It's always up to you. This is where we find out we have one hip that's more flexible and one hip that's a little more stiff. If your right leg is extended, let's pull that back in. Set the right foot down and the left ankle resting on the right thigh. Open your arms out to the side. And then drop everything over and down to the right. Setting the left sole of the foot down over there. Just lift both legs back up, uncross. Slide your hands in a little closer to your hips. Set the backs of the hands down so the palms kind of face up or in, and just completely relax from shoulders down to wrists, fingers. Let your fingers curl naturally. Slide one leg all the way out and then the other. And then let's do the same thing for the legs. Relax from your hips all the way down to your toes. Let your feet flop open. As we take a last few moments here. Bring your awareness back to your space. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. Reach your arms out long for a nice big stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, sigh it out. We'll slide your feet in. Rock your knees side to side. Then drop your knees over to your favorite side. Go ahead and roll onto that shoulder. Rest your head on your arm. Extend your top leg long. Push yourself up to a simple seated position. Rest your hands down on your knees. And take a nice big cleansing breath up and overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. Blessings. Thank you guys. Glad you were here today. What? Namaste.